pink backs. And they get their name from a very slight pink coloring on their back. That is only going to get darker during mating season. And at one point the ducks get it from their migration. And their horns look really big and scary, but they're actually going to be incredibly light above you. And it is a tiny bit out of date, so not everyone back there is like, no, get me off of this truck. But hopefully this shouldn't take too long. It was just... No, I don't know why we're stopped, but I'm hoping it's just because we're backed up. But have y'all heard the news recently about the safari? Anyone? Wow, y'all don't keep up with those Disney blogs. But there was a baby elephant born here in Animal Kingdom. Now we are not gonna see it, okay? Because it's a baby. It just got born. Twin day, which means let's go. Well, Jumbo, everyone. My name is Cameron, and I'm going to be your safari guide here today on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. And there are just so we're just going to keep on cruising through. Now, sadly, for most of the animals here, they are going to be endangered. The savanna right now is currently being mined for a mineral called coltan, which is something that is actually very common, and most of you have it on you right now. So that's going to be your smartphones, electronics, smart devices, laptops, anything like that. So if you do want to help out any at all, when you are upgrading those devices or just retiring them, try to recycle them or donate them, and it'll actually help out way more than you think.
Whoa.
But I do spot over on your left, there's a very tiny antelope there. It's kind of on the hill at the bottom. There's just a little speck of brown color that hopefully you can see. But that is the springbok. And it's fully grown, about 3 feet to its shoulders. But they are incredible jumpers. They can jump about 6 feet high and 13 feet wide. And so if that tiny antelope wanted to, it could clear straight through this entire truck.
Whoa.
But on your right, off in the distance, there's some wildebeest. And a group of wildebeest found together is called a confusion because they actually tend to run blind. So they're not really going to be they're not really going to be looking where they go half the time, which kind of makes them look a little bit confused. But wildebeest are very migratory animals. They're going to travel into herds up to 1 million. And at one point, the ducks get up from their migration could be seen all the way from space. But there's a better view of all of them there on your right. So we're actually going to hang out here for a second. We get to look at all these wildebeest. Right. Those are the waterbuck. They are a very cute antelope with a very cute nose. It's in the shape of a heart. You can't see it, but it's adorable. And then if you look over on your left, coming out in all of his glory, that's a lion. Now hopefully he'll show his face again. But that lion is a... But if I find out what is happening, I'll let you all know. But elephants can hold about 8 gallons of water in their trunk. And they actually have more muscles in their trunk than all of us do in this truck combined. Oh. But it looks like we're just cruising on through. And they are one of the lightest, the most pale pink amongst flamingos. Also one of the biggest. But this pink color you see is about all that they're going to get. And then if you take a look at that island that they are standing on, that's going to be a hidden Mickey. So the island's in the shape of a Mickey. But flamingos are pretty much... This indentation in the ground over on your left, that is a mud wallow. it's actually pretty cool. So animals like elephants and rhinos are going to have very sensitive skin, so they're going to use mud as a protective layer. So like some of us might use sunscreen. Also in Disney's live action Lion King. So Disney used that lion's exact face and body to make up this also. Africa, it was found in a tribe that would use them as a symbol of wealth. So the more that we have, the wealthier you were. And their horns look really big and scary, but they're actually going to be incredibly light. They are made up of a honeycomb-like material that just helps out with temperature regulation throughout their bodies. But we almost made it to the giraffes. They're just up there. But if you do want to look at what you potentially could see at the rest of the safari, there's an animal spotting guide right above you. And it is a tiny bit out of date, so not every single animal is still on the reserve. Most of them still are, so don't worry. But we get to look at the Ankole cattle are over there on your right, as well as some more wildebeest. And you got some bushes here on your left and some rocks. Those are pretty interesting. But how are we all doing? Are we okay back there? How are you? I'm doing good. Everyone back there was like, no, get me off of this truck. But hopefully this shouldn't take too long. It was just the saddle build store. Straight ahead to the left, you can see an elephant back there. Now hopefully we'll spot some more. If you did see it, that was an African elephant. And that one is alone, which is a good indication that that one's a male. So the elephants, the males are more solitary. And if you were to find a big group of male elephants together, it would be called a bachelor herd. We're heading with the bow. Now, I don't know why we're stopped, but I'm hoping it's just because we're backed up. But have y'all heard the news recently about the safari? Anyone? Wow, y'all don't keep up with those Disney blogs. But there was a baby elephant born here in Animal Kingdom. Now we are not gonna see it, okay, because it's a baby. It just got born, but it made history. It was the first elephant in captivity to have a completely natural, unassisted birth. Babies will see it. The elephants have to pass a swim test before they can be on show. But if you come back to Animal Kingdom and you ride the train to Rafiki's, sometimes you can catch a glimpse of her backstage. But you didn't hear that one from me, okay? But very cute. I didn't realize how small baby elephants were, because this one here is about 7 in front of us, so it's still a younger one. It's a baby. But the baby elephant is like the size of... And they're going to be incredibly strong and sturdy. So a fully grown male ostrich can completely stand on top of just one of those eggs. And they will not even have a little pick-me-up where you just want a coffee. And you want to purchase a flat white. All of those proceeds are going to go to help endangered monkeys. And I'm just convinced that point... So sorry. But that would be a great time to gather up any of those belongings, because you don't really want to leave anything behind. Because if you do, it'll just be going in circles with me.